I'm doing the same one again. One day, I think I might actually find some intro music. Maybe. Probably not. Probably not. I mean, why would I do that? Why would I be productive? And I'll tell you why. Because you're here. Your fantastic existence is here. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to what day of the week is it? Thursday. I should know what day of the week it is. How is everybody doing? This time appropriate greeting. So yes, it is time. It's not actually time to whatchamacallit, to what's the words I'm looking for? To actually apply power yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. We are getting there. So it is time to find the parts that I've made a mess of my desk and put the bed on and do some wiring and look at the build guide, because looking at the build guide is actually sensible. Yeah. But first, I need to know, what are you all up to with this fine, rather warm, if you're in the UK, day? I didn't just wander off screen. I didn't do that. What is everybody up to? Good day to you, Joe. How are you? Also, June. Hello. How are you? Yes. How is everybody? Thank you for joining. I'm happy that you decided to turn up. I'm genuinely grateful that you are here. Just really printer blocking all the printer blocks. Just printer blocking all the printer blocks. No, really, I'm working on a major printer block release for the Patreon backers. Yes, you sent me a sneak peek of that, and yeah, more people, more blocks, more people doing the blocky blocks. And I have viewers over on Twitch. Hello, Twitch viewers. I see you too. I see you. Oh, I'll drop the things. Oh man, it's funny. I forgot to say that was you that I sent them to. Yes, yes, you did send me sneak peeks of things that I don't know if I should be talking about, but I'm not complaining because you spoke about it first, so I'm not in trouble. You're in trouble. I have been printing, like, there's a disconnect between Livestream Dreams Void and Discord Dreams Void. Yes, the parasocial. See, this is one of those lovely, fantastic conversations that I've had with Jacob of Construct 3D. The weird parasocial relationships that exist between the stuff that is said publicly, but not directly to the individual, versus the stuff that is said directly to the individual but not said publicly. So there are things that could be said out into the world that everybody knows, but not said to the individual if you were talking to them face to face. So, you know, I could say on this stream, I've been printing some weird tokens, right? But you might watch the stream, but I might not say that directly to you. Now, 3D printing a token is nothing major, but let's just say it was something really fantastic, something really fabulous. Like, oh, I just got a new car. I haven't got a new car, but let's just hypothetically, I bought myself a new car. And then, I say that on a live stream. And then we're out and about, I meet you in person, and then I'm talking to you about stuff. And you then decide to ask me, how's your new car? I've never told you directly about it. So it's the weird disconnect there of, this is something that is public knowledge, but not public direct. It's public indirect. And it's weird. It is just weird to think about. Yeah, it's just weird. Oh, well. I mean, have you... This is where I open it up to you now. Do you have any examples of this? Outside of the weird disconnect between Dreams Void, the Doug on the live stream versus the Doug on the Discord? Because that's... Yeah, that's still weird. Not as weird as taking a drink. Because it's warm. It's just warm. By me, I'm just going to do a filament change because, as I said, I'm printing some weird tokens. And it just so happens that I'm doing it with layer change colors by layer change. Because, hey, that's the kind of thing that I do. And if it finishes and doesn't fail, or run out of filament, because I'm printing with filament ends, I'll show you. What is it where you're at? We're rocking 100 F days lately. So, it is currently 70... So it's now 9:30 p.m. It's currently 71 Fahrenheit and 71% humidity, or 22 Fahrenheit. But we have been up to 93 at 41% and 91 at 38%. So it's been relatively low humidity today, but it's still been hot. I don't like it. Also, this is my first print with a 0.25 nozzle, so kind of interested to see how that goes. I've outside of this print, token print, I've been putting together my Stackolax, which I don't know if I sent. I know that I put a picture out on Twitter, but I don't know if I put it in the Discord. It's my printer stack, or my stack of lac enclosures that aren't fully enclosed because they've only got three side panels. I've upgraded from... Oh, you thought I forgot. I would never. Cragord, my fellow Doug. Good day to you, sir. Good day. I would never think that you would forget. I would merely think that time had slipped ye by. What voice was that? Oh, 71, you poor thing. I mean, that humidity ain't nothing to sneeze at. Out here, we get 100 F with nearly zero humidity. You step outside and your skin turns to pork rinds in real time. Ah, Dune, you're on the Twitch. Yes, the sun hot. Yes, the sun too hot. I was driving. Funny, I was just talking about a hypothetical car that I may have purchased. I haven't actually purchased a car, but it was the weird parasocial relationships that exist with people that... The generic parasocial, but then you get the pseudo-parasocial of somebody that you actually talk to a lot, so you know them. Yeah, that's That was it, Joe. The pseudo parasocial. So you talk to them, you know them intimately. Intimately? You know them well enough. You know them in person, but they share things in a public platform, but not directly with you. So it's pseudo parasocial because you do know them. So it's not parasocial, but it's the parasocial of the stuff that they're not telling you directly. That's the bit that I was getting to. So it's the you've told me on Discord of the PrusABlok release that you're working on, but haven't. But then you disconnect between the fact that that version of Doug that you're talking to in that platform is the same version of Doug that exists over here, or over here, or over here. So, yeah. Yeah. It's fun. It is fun. It's annoying, but it's fun. Right. Right. So let's just check. Let's just check what's going on. 60 degrees of Kevin Bacon. No, it's the 71 degrees of Kevin Bacon at the moment. Yep. One brief moment. Don't you love it when you get phone calls? I'm not talking to strangers on the internet because you're not strangers. You're not strangers at all. Doot. Yes. The 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, where any one person is separated from Kevin Bacon by 6 direct connections. That one. It is a trip. It is certainly fun. I've not looked at it for myself though. Right. So I guess, you know, this is supposed to be a 3D printer stream where we're doing stuff for the Prusa Mini and the PrusABlok. Should we start getting on with it instead of chin wagging and lollygagging around and just in general being nuisances? Yeah? Should we do something? Shall we do something about it? As I dig through the piles of stuff on my workbench to find the things that I'm supposed to be finding for today's stream. Unless you want to play a game of Printer Quest Skirmish. I've still not fully finished printing that. I'm a bad person. I'm a bad person. I need to finish printing it. Because, yeah. Yeah. Solving the Pinder, PCFE, guiding hot ends. Reward yourself. So I got to that point. Yeah. Nah, it's a big project. Well, it's a medium project. takes some commitment to finish. I feel bad that I've still not printed it, but it's one that I'm printing. It's in the queue. Just like it's in the queue that it should show the browser window that I have told it to share the browser window for. But it's not. So why is it not doing that? I've shuffled over, but there's no browser window. Change it, and then change it back. Is there a browser window here? Nobody knows. There we go. Wow. Okay. So let's get the camera where it needs to be, which is loosely in shot as to where you can see it over here. Except you can't because it's behind. It's here. Your eyes are here. I'm just going to poke you in the eyes. I'm not going to poke you in the eyes. And then let's bring back up the thing that I need just to make sure. Yep. So we've got that. We've got a Prusa Mini that is here. And over here is the box of things that I need. That's not where I need it to be. Okay. Hey, look. I found my stepladder. Hello, stepladder. See? My stepladders. Here's my stepladder. Oh, I didn't actually transition the shot. Look, here's my stepladder. Right, let's go back. Posted a picture in Discord. What was I pulled? Huh? You posted a picture in the Discord chat as to what was on your driveway when you pulled in. Is it before I even look? Is it a Snapmaker U1? No, it's a bunch of baby deer. That's pretty cool. Although I do have to say that the largest of them, what I assume is the adult, does look like you took a picture of it mid-defecation. I could be wrong. I don't know if you're yep, 7 of them. I don't know if you're okay with me sharing the picture because you say it's your driveway, so I don't want to share public identifiable information like that. But it looks like one of them is defecating. It is cool. Are you sure, Kragord? Okay. Let me just say image. That. Image browse. That. I'm just going to crop in to the point that I'm trying to highlight. And then save. It looks like it's pooping. Yep. It looks like it's doing a poo. It looks like it's doing something to relieve itself. Yeah. Timing is everything. I have to agree. Right, let's get rid of that image so that I don't accidentally bring it back up. And let's go back to the build guide. Let's actually, we've done 20 minutes of chatting for not a lot of achievement, so let's actually achieve something now. As I rifle through the boxes and find the stuff that I should have found earlier. Sample. Screen, power cable, print bed, power brick, filament sensor. Nope. Mini print head, heat bed. Got the box. No, my U1 isn't going to be here for a month. Ooh, so you are getting a U1. I didn't actually know you were doing that. Ah, Tulsa. Good to see you. I am getting to work. I'm just mildly distracted by a print that I've been asked to do 2 months ago and started over 2 months ago. So I'm just trying to get that done. It's just that I didn't have a 0.25 nozzle to actually do the print. So it's actually now happening. It is happening. It is so warm in here. It is ridiculous. Purge the filament. Purge. Purge the filament. Or don't, because I didn't trim the end. A month. Must be on Twitch too, yes. Yes, I am simulcasting to both Twitch and YouTube. Because I wanted to try it. Clearly, I need to... Are you saying you need a 0.25 nozzle for Print Quest? You don't really. I do all my prints at 0.4 and designed at 0.4. No, this was a request from a family member that I've taken my sweet time printing. And it turns out that the text on the thing that I was printing on this token coin thing, because there's so much of it, it does require a 0.25 because printing the token any bigger than 40 millimeters is too much. Yes, so it's just, yeah, it's a token thing that has a lot of text on it. There we go. Last filament change. There are 5 filament changes in this. Yes, it is definitely an excuse. It is definitely an excuse. So that's the print bed. Have I? Heat bed wires, printer. Right. What printer are you using? I'm doing it on a Prusa Mini with a Revo. Because I don't have any printers that... Yes, everyone is over here. I don't have any multicolor printers at all. So, yeah, it's all my filament, all my multicolor prints are done with filament change. You'll see it in the next 10 or so minutes. Right. I've installed the super binder, done the clip. Hot end cables, yep. We've done that. And now it's find the PTFE tube, which should be in the hot end box, but it's not in the hot end box. That's the screen. That's a wet wipe. That's the filament sensor. That's a thing. That's a thing. That's a thing. Have I seriously lost the PTFE tube? Because I don't remember taking it out the bag. You know, warm weather makes us do silly things, like forget where things are. Right, take you out of there. Take you out of there, because you're empty bags. Empty bag. Empty bag. Empty bag. Empty bag. Say it with me. Empty bag. Blows my mind you haven't built an MMU or a box turtle. Blows my mind that I can't afford either of those. Yeah, I just can't afford those for the time being. Eventually, potentially, you know. Revo on the Mini? Yes. Revo on the Prusa Mini is a very solid idea. Okay, filament bag, filament bag. Thing is, right, I do have a Capricorn style blue whatever PTFE tube that I can put on, but I don't have the nut bits that you require, and I cannot find the Bowden tube, and I'm actually getting concerned that I can't find the Bowden tube. This is actually concerning me a little bit. I've heard mixed reviews of the Revo. I thought about it, but not sure. The Revo's nice. I do like the Revo because being able to switch out quite easily the nozzle on your printer, just unscrew it, and you don't need to worry about having to clamp or use more than one hand to change your nozzle diameter is quite nice. And yes, they do have their flaws. Like, that is a very, very narrow piece right there that can quite easily snap. Yeah, they definitely have their flaws. And speaking of having flaws, I need to look on mine to see if that's where the Bowden tube went. So, one moment, please. I'm just going on an expedition. And while I'm on this expedition, I can still talk and find it within 30 seconds. It had fallen behind the desk. I found it. Now I just need to tidy up all the stuff that I dragged out from under the desk. Lol, I'm on both. Look, guys, just pick one. Pick one. Where are you going to hang out? If you hang out in the YouTubes, I know that that works. If you're doing both at the same time, I'm going to get confused. And it makes my chat rate and everything look really weird. Speaking of really weird, why is there only one like? I've only got one like. That is weird. Come on. Come on. You're better than that. Or do I need to put the PTFE tube onto the Prusa Mini and then you'll like the stream? Is that what will happen? Thank you, Tulsa. Right. I'm going to put the PTFE tube on, and then you'll definitely have a reason to like. So I'm going to do that. Watch me. You watch. I'll do it. See. See. Yeah. See. There's the Prusa Mini. And look, I'm putting the Bowden tube in. As the screen is blown out. Actually, let's do this one. Do this one first. There we are. And then get this one on the front, onto the hot end itself. And there we are. And I'm not using the universal tool for this because I've got an actual older Prusa spanner. And there we are. See? If you didn't like it before, you can like it now. The PTFE tube is in. You can see it. It's right there. Do you see it? As I shake the camera all about and give everybody motion sickness. Victory. Okay. Next. Oh yeah. Isn't that nifty? It is nifty. It's very nifty. You know what? This token's actually coming out quite nicely. I'm looking forward to showing you him. Right, for the next steps, I will need... Wait. Oh, I didn't guide the cables. Move it all the way over. Pinch it at some point. It's not ridiculous. And shove some zip ties on it. And then we get the zip ties. Thread them through the holes. Get a little sunshine and do something, something, something. Isn't that the song? Hole for a zip tie. There's one. And as I nudge you with my shoulder. 2. Is it just the 2? No, there are 3. There are indeed 3. All right. Yeah. Take it, put it in. And then do the thing with the thing. Cinch it down. Give myself a bit more slack. I think I like that much slack. So there's one fastened. There's two fastened. Does it say to fasten all three? Yes. Yes, it does. I was worrying about the wondering about the motor cable. That feeling when you get a phone call from work on your day off. Yes. That feeling is no, go away. This is paid time off, I assume. All right. Eventually should wrap around the bundle cable. Yes, well, I've done that. Yep, done. Right. So I've definitely done all the bits that I claim I did last stream. Which now gets us to these weird things. So mini heat bed, heat bed cable cover top, heat bed cable cover bottom, which are these. When I find the camera angle so that I can see what I'm showing you, that's these. These don't, in my opinion, need to be printer blockified if we are keeping it Cartesian. We don't need to modify those. Texture sleeve, heat bed cables, heat bed cable, textured sleeve, empty bag. Put the empty bags in the empty bag box, because I now have a dedicated box for empty bags. Check me out. All organized as I drop it on the floor. Heated bed. I did make for 3D Printopia and for Smurf specifically. I did make a Core XY PrusABlok printer that did use the Prusa Mini bed. And that was given away. And as part of the fundraising efforts for the Sanjay Mortimer Foundation. And it raised about 180 something for the SMF, which was really rather cool. ESP Wi-Fi module, yes or no? No, I'm not plugging the heated bed into mains. ESP Wi-Fi module. The Prusa Mini has Wi-Fi. And I personally use Prusa Connect because I'm lazy. I would Ooh, good afternoon, friends. Been playing some Fallout 76. Good afternoon to you, Viduko. I'm glad you could join. I'm very glad you could join. All right. So no, I've been using Prusa Connect rather than Prusa Link. Although, arguably, I could just use Link, as I am only sending files to the printers. I'm not really utilizing the web app for anything. That camera is really wobbly. I do apologize. So we've got the cable, we've got the covers. We need to shuffle this box out of here. Move the keyboard, and then find the bag of all the screws. And take out 9 M3B countersunk screw. Let's make it 48 volt. No. No. I'm not making this 48 volts. The idea of the Prusa Mini build is to take Prusa's kit and make the make it into a PrusABlok printer, so that should you, you know, with the stretch goals of parodying the build guide as well. I'm here for bad influence. No, I know you're here to be a bad influence. Oh no. I dropped a nut. I found a nut. You know, the idea being if we can parody the build guide in its entirety, including swapping out gummy bears for Haribo cubics or something, because they're square cubes or cuboids, then it would be quite fun. And then if you did find a Prusa Mini out in the wild, you could take it and then PrusABlokify it. You know, because that would be fun. Or you could buy yourself a Prusa Mini through the affiliate link in the description from 3D Jake. I would get a commission from that. Hey! Natural segues. Where was I? Oh yeah, that was what I was doing. So I've got those 9 screws. I've got the components. Yep. Oh, M3 by 12. An M3 by 8 times 2. And a nylock nut times 3. Buy some expensive gummies, get a free printer. Yes. Or, I don't know if you know this one, but every time you seem to buy a pair of see, I can't find them. Where are they? I've been looking at doing the Mini Core one. I found a place here in town to make the panels. I'm going to say have fun with that. And I'm not jealous. I'm a little bit jealous. See, I can't find them, so I'm going to have to buy a new pair of snips, side cutters to get, and they come with a free 3D printer. I don't know if you're familiar with that one. Oh, good. My K1 has now finished printing. That was getting on my nerves. And the Prusa Mini's finished printing. So let's do this. There you go. This is what has taken me a month. This thing. Because I did not have a 0.2 nozzle to get the text to be fine enough. What? What's the problem? What did I do? Came out all right. It's not the best. bit of under extrusion in this area here. It took me a month because I kept procrastinating. I didn't have my accountability buddies with me. Yes. No, not lazy. I'm not lazy. I'm just distracted. I'm just distracted. Boop. Okay. So we need two M8 screws through these holes. And I assume we flip. We get the cable caught on something else. Okay. Next. My other half asked for a bathroom storage thing last night, and it is at my feet already. Yes. Okay, show off. I know I'm bad at this. If I don't give people high expectations that stuff will turn up at a reasonable time frame, then they're not going to repeatedly ask me for things. Take the red and it goes towards the middle. We take the black and it goes towards the outside. And then we make sure that stuff's still in camera shot, which it is. It's not in the center of frame, but it's in shot. At least you know it already. Exactly. Exactly. And then we take, guide the black to the domestic cable between the heatbed cables. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm going to do that anyway. But I need to put the nylock nuts on first. Look, under promise, over deliver. Right, that's how it works, right? You know, I have got a subscriber goal already in mind for this channel. You know, I don't necessarily strictly care about how many people are subscribed. But at the same time, I have a goal in mind. And if it can happen, great. If it doesn't happen, oh well. Nope. I do need the universal wrench. Wherever the universal wrench went. Take your time on this part. Don't mess it up. Oh, don't worry, Cragord. I will. I'll mess it up just for you, buddy. Over tight and split the PCB. Yeah? Slip with the Allen key, scrape all the traces. What else do I need to do? What else do I need to do? There. Sorry, I disappointed you. I didn't scrape any of the traces. I just had to check there. Wrap the thermistor cable a few times around the heat bed cable. That does just seem weird. What does that achieve? What do I achieve in doing that? Spin, spin, spin. Spin, spin, spin. 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 Wrapped around. As the heat bed steals another Allen key off my desk. Insert the M3N into the heat bed cover bottom. Okay. Into the bottom cover. And then we take the square nut, not the square nut, we take the hex nut and we squish it in. Okay? And then we place that on the underside of the heated bed. Sure. Okay. And then we get the cables to come through, I suppose. Yeah. Are we there yet? No. If you ask again, you're going to bed with no supper. Get out of the hole. Do, 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 do. Oh, it pivots in. Okay. Squish. Pinch the cables horribly. Make sure you fray the sheathing. Yeah. And joke's on you. I rarely eat anything. Yes, well, fine. You'll go to bed with your supper and you'll be happy. Okay, go on, go on, go on, go through. There we go. As the camera doesn't focus. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. Go on, go on, go on. Go in. Go over. And there we go. And there we go. No, yeah, exactly. You will have your dinner. And you'll enjoy it. You'll have sustromi again. I don't know why I want to try sustromi. I imagine it'll be great. I imagine it would be absolutely delicious. And I am happy to be proven wrong on that. Right. Slightly pull the cable sleeve to make sure it's properly inserted. Nobody told me about cable sleeve. Who told me to put a cable sleeve on? See, you didn't tell me. Oh, you did. Wrap the texture sleeve around the heat bed bundle, slide the sleeve into the cover as far as possible. Dang it! I thought we were done with that. I'm not doing a very good job, am I? There. So get the thing. Nope, that one's too small. get the cable cheat. The cable cheater. I was looking on some. I was looking for some freeze-dried surströmming to make a horrible hot sauce, but nobody seems to make it. A freeze-dried surströmming. If I had a ready access to surströmming and a freeze dryer, I would make you some. Unfortunately, I have neither. Right, sorry. I am intending on displaying what it is I'm doing. I'm just doing the fiddly thing of the cable housing that I didn't already do. As I bake in the heat. Freeze-dried surströmming. No, you wouldn't be able to use the machine afterwards. Watch me. I would make a line of surströmming adjacent snacks that explicitly say they are influenced by the delight that is the national dish of surströmming. I don't actually think that surströmming is a national dish. But it will be by the time I'm done with it. You and me both, Herzl. We'll go into business. National. Is it the national dish? Oh, I hate these cable sleeves. Really, really don't like these cable sleeves. Or they just don't like me. Oh. Come on. There we are. Now let's make sure that it's further up. Come on. Up you go. Up you go, little cable sleeve. Had to check my 6 rolls of your 6 rolls of Pet G will be at your house tomorrow. What are you printing that needs 6 rolls, or is this just your monthly filament usage? Initially, I was going to say annual, but my annual usage used to be about 6 kilos. Stocking up. Yep, smart move. The moment the RAM crisis hits filament production will be a sad, sad day, unless it already has, in which case it's already a sad day. Get the cable sleeve into the housing as far as you can. And then you put the lid back on. And then you cry into the corner. Because it is the tears that lock it together. That'll do. How many times have I said that'll do? How many times have I said that I appreciate each and every one? I appreciate each and every one of you that turns up so much that I can't actually say the sentence as to how much I appreciate each and every one of you that turns up. It's a nice, it's a chill stream tonight, I believe. We've got a nice, gentle trickle of heat that is occurring. I need to stock up on PetG filament. I've heard a lot of statuses. I have a lot of statues that I want to print and put in my yard. You print statues? I know you print large PET creations. But are we talking like large PetG statues, or are we just talking like standard sort of garden gnome sized? Where did edge go? There it is. Done, 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 done. Push the Y carriage to the front and place the heat bed behind. Align 9 holes with the heat bed. Insert with the heat bed spacers. Insert. Do not fully tighten the screws. After all screws are in place, use the Torx to tighten them. Center. 4 screw edges. Corners. Okay. Push it all the way to the front. Something like that. Then you do the centers, do the center, then the centers, and then the outer edges. Sure. Right, where is the Allen one? Ooh, Spectra! Good evening, good afternoon, time appropriate welcoming to you. How are you doing? We're at the point where we are now finally putting the bed into the frame. You join us at a monumentous moment where Viduko discusses the 2 geese that they have printed that are about 6 feet tall. Oh, we are not there yet. Yes, we are. We're here right now. And you have all decided to witness this fantastic event. I have the files for all kinds of sizes, and I have files for all kinds and sizes of life-size statues. Okay. A life-size Magikarp I printed on my porch. I want to do one that's 6 feet tall. Yeah. Yeah. I still want to do... Well, I've done the PrusABlok table. The Prusa table. No, the PrintABlok table. Wow. I have done the PrintABlok table. I now need to do a chair, so I've got somewhere to sit down. There's another 2. Did I miscount? Yes, yes I did. They're in the bag still. Can't you just print a giant PrintABlok and sit on that? I could. But would that not be boring? Giant. Golf Indigo Alpha November Tango. Check me out. I know how to spell. I also know how to drop screws. You are so smart. I am so smart. I am so smart. SMRT, I mean SMART. Feel free to clip that. Right. Tighten them in the following order. Center. Ah. Center edges. Nah. So there's that one. There's that one. There's that one. And there's that one. And then we do the corners. There's one corner. Two corners. Three corners. Yes, I am moving myself as I tighten these. Four corners. Ta-da! Heat bed on. Reward yourself. Right. Do we wire it up now? Wait for instructions in the instruction wizard during calibration process. Leave the remaining M320, M312. Yep. Keep the remaining spool holder package for later. Okay, LCD assembly and electronics. I will need the LCD assembly and the M3x20. M3x20. It's on the bed. LCD assembly. Also on the bed. Yep, yep. Carefully tilt the printer onto its side as you see in the picture. Okay, well, I guess I'll take it off the bed then. Bonk. There's the screen place, I imagine. Carefully. Yep. Place the LCD holder into the LCD holder where it fits in the notch and there. This allows you to tilt your yes. Okay. That works. Doesn't say about plugging the cable in yet, does it? Right, we'll plug the cable in a minute. See, this is the level of competition that I've got to deal with. I say competition. I am not competition. But this is what I have to compete against. This level of, I'm a buffoon and I'm doing this printer build. Like, I've got to compete against this when it comes to parodying the instructions. How is this going to get parodied? Ow. Ow. Okay, I guess I did that too tight. There. There we go. Carefully remove the free end of the LCD cable from the box. Well, it was never in the box because it kept falling out. Between the y-axis and the flippity flip. Connect the bird into the flip flip. Do the words. Make the sounds. Make the sentences make sense. Well, I'll make the sentences make sense by making sure that I actually get the shot as I plug the screen cable in. And the screen is now plugged in. Next. Gently insert the cable inside the extrusion. Leave some slack near the LCD. That's clever. Carefully bend the two halves along its length. If it's for a PrusABlok build guide, include some Lego pieces and reward yourself by stepping on them. Fits into the whole masochistic theme. You want me to include what in the parody build guide for the PrusABlok? What do you want me to include? Don't worry. I've got all evening. I'll wait for you to say it, Herzl. I'm not putting Lego into the build guide. You can't eat Lego. It's got no place to be in the build guide. No, I can't. Oh. I get to eat more Haribo. Yes, there are candy Legos, but they're hard. I was looking for Haribo Cubics because they seem to be the right shape. I don't have the ESP module. Is this what you're on about, Dune? Oh, I should really contact Prusa. Ooh, power switch cable. I have that. Power switch. It's all clicky clicky. Guide the power cable through the... Okay, so we're still sideways for this. Or I switch to the wobbly shot. There are gummy Legos too. So you're saying that we should eat Lego as we build a Prusa PrusABlok printer? Still say you need to wire it up to the mains. Ammos for the gummy blocks. Joe, send me a link to those. Send me a link because I think it's a good idea. I think you're onto something there. Cast your own PrusABlok gummy. But well, I suppose that could work. Because it is gummy, therefore you could have the inclusions of the connector holes. You're suggesting dangerous things again. Okay, let's get this in the right spot. There you go, you can see it now. Just copy the one that's... So it's the on side goes towards the front of the printer. So you guide it in, and you squish it. That seems simple enough. And then connect both power cables to the pins on the buddy board. The order of the cable connection polarity doesn't matter. Make sure the connectors are fully connected. Make sure the connectors are not loose and do not wobble. Carefully push the cables down so that they do not protrude from the Mini Z bottom. So polarity doesn't matter. I will still find a way to make a mistake. I don't know what it is about mains that gives me the heebles, the heeble-jeebles. Yeah, they're fully down. Like, they are not going any further down. Okay. Let's see how we can mess up the wiring. Of course. Of course. Oh, ye of little faith. So that's now pushed down onto those. Yep. And it's out of the way. Next. Filament sensor. Well, I've already got that. It's pre-done. It came in the box. If I can find it. It came in the box. It came in the cardboard box. One filament sensor. Pre-terminated. Pre-assembled. I watched your baby belt build. You can find a way. Yes, I can. Filament sensor is already done. Where do I plug it in? I plug it in over there into use another filament sensor to point at the filament sensor into this hole. Ta-da! You saw none of that. It's plugged in though. Okay. Take the extruder. Okay. Plug it into that one. Oh wait. Yep, see, this is where I was messing it up. What are you? You're not the extruder. But why do you have a NEMA cable? What? Are you the super pinder? There is... Huh? Let's connect the cables. Start from the top. Proceed clockwise. Okay. E labeled E. Okay. Well, the E labeled E is over here. So I'm going to E label E into the electronics enclosure. Done. So then we've got, can't see it, this one, which is QR code defined. I imagine that's the super pinder. Oops, sorry. Boom. Done. Done. Boom. What's done? What did you do? Did you tidy? Super pinder sensor cable, I imagine. Print fan cable goes into that one. So I imagine this one is the print fan because yeah, that's the one that goes to the 5015 that you can't currently see. So 5015 in, done. Red, blue, black. Red, blue, black is the cooling fan. Cooling fan goes there. As my hand gets in the way and you can't see everything as usual. Okay. Hot end cable. Hot end thermistor. Goes down over here. Hot end power goes here. Okay. Hot bed, labeled H, goes next to the hot end. Then hotbed power goes next to the hot end. Okay. So Z, X, Y, E, pinder, filament, fan, hot end fan. Yeah? So yes, that one is the pinder cable because it's a weird sheathed cable that's then in the nonsense. Right. That's fine. And then we get the cover. And the M3x12. That's the cover. We'll probably make something specific when it comes to the PrusABlok cover. And here is the generic, here is the Z cover. So this one, yeah, it'll be part of the design of the motherboard enclosure when we get to that. Before covering the electronics, make sure its square nut is in correctly. Well, I can see it. I've not touched it since I put it in there, so yes. Insert the teeth of the cover into the grooves, okay. And then close it like that, okay. Whoop. Oh, was I supposed to put the... I was supposed to put the extruder into the cable sleeve, and I've not done it. Herzl, it's your fault. You didn't tell me. Cragord, I'm blaming you. You didn't tell me to put the cables, the extruder cable into the sheath. And now it's not in there. I'm not going to fix it. You guys can fix it. You can fix it because I've done everything else. Right. Come on. In you go. I said, how can he mess up the wiring? Yeah, but Herzl didn't tell me that I needed to put the extruder cable into the sleeve. And now it's not in there, so it looks like a mess. And it's going to stay a mess. Because we all know in 2 months' time we're going to take it apart anyway. It's not going to be 2 months. It'll be less than 2 months if everything goes to plan. Go in there. Wish my fan would stay in place. Okay, you sound like you're telling him, Mom, he didn't tell me to put the cable in and now it's not in. Yes, that's exactly how I'm sounding. Because he didn't tell me. There. Herzl's breathing my air. Tell him to stop. How does that go? Gosh darn, I hate this thing. That's not right. It's like my hand's in the way and you can't see any of what I'm trying to do. So you go that way, you go that way. Yeah? You go that way. And then you go over there and you go over there. And you go there. And then in theory, we're good? Are we good? Does that make sense? Let's find out. Right, there we are. Getting somewhere. Sorry, I'm talking to Safe, so it's his fault. Should I tell him? Yes. Tell Safe it's his fault that I didn't put the extruder cable into the slot. But hey, I think that cover is on. Yep, that's in. New kit units are shipped with the silver label already affixed to the aluminium extrusion. Well, I've lost it, so I think. Oh, there it is. The serial number is inside the frame. Yeah. The serial number for the PrusABlok printer is next to the. It's a little bit stuck. He dares you to join the hangout on stream. No. 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 That's not happening. I've so the serial number's kind of inside the frame now. So that happened. And then you finish electronics. It wasn't difficult, but it required a certain amount of concentration. Reward yourself. I don't know where I put the gummy bears. Congratulations, you've just assembled the Prusa Mini Plus. Check the final look and compare it to the picture. It looks like a Prusa Mini. It smells like a Prusa Mini. Does it quack like a Prusa Mini? Did I really forget? Well, Josh, you're going to have to go back in the streams and tell me where I put them. Let's put the filament sensor on. Tighten it down. No, you need to give me. You need to tell me the timestamp of which video. So we have got. Whoop. We've got it. That you can barely see. We've got a hot end. We've got a screen. We've got a bed. We've got a frame. And an x-axis, a y-axis, a z-axis, a bunch of cables, all in roughly the right place. And from above, it looks like a Prusa Mini. Yeah? Does it look like a Prusa Mini? I think it looks like a Prusa Mini. So now, we get to assemble a spool holder. Which the spool holder is here. And it's injection molded. Which I'm not a fan of an injection molded spool holder. Was that way easier than the belt printer? Well, considering it's part 5, not part 7. But equally, The Baby Belt build. The Baby Belt build was only tricky because I had acquired the parts from Rob rather than having a kit. That's the difference we've got here. This is a pre-made kit, not self-source. And the issues that I face with the Baby Belt. Oh, definitely. The spool holder is printer blockable. Like, there's no questions about that. Even if it is, well, I would say even if it is using the whatever it is. Hands down, the printer blockify the spool holder. But no, the 1 second. I am very warm. And I just bent down and came back a little bit dizzy. But that's fine. That's fine. So, 11th minute, 1 hour, 11:31. Dreams Void builds half a plan for the PrusABlok printer. That's where you say I've put the cadoodle, the gummies. Okay, okay. I'll have a look. I don't think I should get the gummies yet because the printer's not printing yet. Insert 2 wheels. This one. Oh. This is not the right camera shot, Doug. This one. 1 wheel, 2 wheel, 3 wheel, 3 wheels, 4 wheels. Okay. And then squish. That's boring. Where's the fun in that? They don't even roll. It's not even a car. It's not even like a tech deck. Push both parts until they are fully engaged with each other. Verify the base holders. You repeat. Yeah. Take the foam pad sheet, bend it to separate the individual. What foam sheet? Oh, there. Okay. Then place. Then place. Okay. Do 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 do. So enthralling. Putting stickers on. Put the stickers onto the thing that you're going to use for 20 minutes before you redesign it in PrusABlok. There you go, Joe. You can have that one. Three. And then 4. Next. More stickers. Don't forget the Square Mini Plus. Square Mini Plus. Don't forget to square the Mini Plus. Yeah, it'll get squared. It'll get cubed. It'll get printer blocked. It'll be fine. We're going to square it using printer block. Is that what you mean? Do it all cubies? Make it out of cuboids and lots of blocks? Prusa knowledge base. Wait, they have printer block in the Prusa knowledge base? I didn't know they have printer block in there. Sticker. More stickers. Even more stickers. There's a tutorial in there. Okay. I will have a look momentarily and see what it tells me to do. Is this the one where it tells you to... If they have printer block in the Prusa knowledge base, I will freak out. So would I. I think that would be beautiful. Then you slide it on. Okay. So we take the thing and do the thing. And then we take the thing and we do the thing. Yeah? Okay. Align your spool. Place your spool of filament you wish to use in the spool. Align the sides to match the spool. Do I have a spool of filament? Yes. That works. There are also videos on YouTube. Is it the one where they use the bed, the smooth bed with the grid texture on it to and is it that one? This injection molded spool holder feels weak. Not weak in the sense of like not great, but it just feels odd. Pre-flight check. Pre-flight check. Pre-flight check. Super Pinder. Height adjustment. Okay. Move the X down to the center. Stop when the hot end touches the heat bed. Avoid bending the heat bed. Release the screw on the Super Pinder, and then you're able to adjust the height. A printer block. You're not familiar with printer block. Okay. Okay, get ready for this. Get ready. A printer block is a snap-together construction toy made by one Joseph Larson, also known as the 3D printing professor. They just go together and hold themselves with little pegs. Now, the joys of these little pegs are you are able to build in all 3 dimensions that exist. You can build in 4 dimensions because you build in time. But these blocks, you are free to do with them as you please, as they were released under a Creative Commons license. Now, Joe has released several kits that are quite fabulous and fandabby-dozy, where you can build mechs and spaceships and tanks and battle mecha, and you can build a robot that drives around your floor with Arduino. and such. And again, Joe, you can do that with all of the official kits. The fancy ones are paid models, but the base blocks, PrintQuest Skirmish, and ElectroBlock, which are the ones that you build robots out of, they are freely available and, well, freely available and Creative Commons. You are able to remix them to your heart's content. And you can do silly things like make a 3D printer from a 3D printing specific construction toy called PrusABlok. Then you use that PrusABlok printer to print parts for another PrusABlok printer. So you have a PrusABlok printer that was in part printed on a PrusABlok printer. It's great. It's all the joys of a construction toy that you get to make whatever you gosh darn please, but it's designed to be 3D printed. It's designed for 3D printing first. In fact, if I'm remembering the series correctly, the overhangs that exist within PrusABlok prevent it from being like injection moldable in any capacity because it's just a pain in the backside. And as I say, it's designed for 3D printing first. So it just takes the strength from your 3D printer. So you can 45-degree overhangs for the holes, like that stuff. It's just fun. That's the thing. It's a fun toy. I'm just going too far by making 3D printers with it. I'm going too far by having made a table that I took to Smurf 26. Like I did that because why not? Joe released it into the world and said have fun, and for the last 4 or 5 years at this point, I've done exactly that. I've been having fun with it. And it's great. Like it's genuinely great. I took 15 kilos of this toy of PrusABlok specifically. Do I have it that box to hand? No, I don't. Yes, we do still need a Smurf 26 write-up. I took 15 kilos of PrusABlok, the kits versions, to Smurf 2026, and I just said to the attendees, build something cool. Just show me. Let me see it. I want to see what you make. And the number of kids that would come, I say kids, the big kids too, the grown-ups, that would come up to me after sitting down at this table for like 10 or 15 minutes and showed me what they'd made. It was great because there was just an excitement on their faces, like, I made this thing. And then I just turned around to them after they'd shown me, and I was like, okay, that's cool. That's yours. And they were like, what do you mean by this? And I was like, you've made it. You can keep it. It's yours to keep. So they got the enjoyment of having made something, and then they got to keep it, which just added the warm fuzzies even more. Yeah, so and as Joe said in the chat, it's a building block system designed for the strengths of 3D printing. It's not something that could be made with traditional manufacturing, but equally, for the record, 3D printers don't do Lego compatible bricks very well. Basically, Lego tried to DMCA some of his fan designs, and he responded by making a 3D printable replacement. And now there's over 600 individual pieces. And then Herzl responds with, a spite project. I like those. Or to say it correctly, I like projects that are spite driven. Good job. But yes, PrusABlok. It's great because there is a calibration block, because the blocks are the base blocks. The blocks run on a base 16 style or base 8 arguably system, so they are 8 millimeters in the Z and 16 by 16 in the Y and X respectively. Which means that, you know, you get a 16, 32, 48, all of that good stuff. Ooh. And Josh, I've seen that you've sent me a screenshot. I will have to check at a later date. Yes. Yes. Okay. Backstory done, I think. So we are at the point now of pre-flight checks. But equally, we're nearing the 2-hour mark. Which means we get to decide. What are we going to do? Are we going to power through? What do you win, Josh? You win. You win a Doom box. Are you happy with your prize? Yeah. So we're at... No. Ah, you don't want a Doom box. Why don't you want a Doom box? Doom boxes are great. It emits Doom 10 times bigger in the background level. Ah, yes, it does. It does. So, tell me, folks, what are we doing? We're coming up to 2 hours. Do we call it, or do we keep going? Do we call it, or do we keep going? How many pre-flight checks? Go to bed. No, I refuse. I mean, you should at least turn it on, right? Go through the calibration. Joe! It should be fine. What could possibly go wrong? The typo of the word wrong just makes that so fantastic. That is beautiful. I love it. Ugh. Blue smoke. Yes. I like the blue smoke. The blue smoke is great. Blue smoke goes fantastic on toast. Take a zip tie from the package and place it under the super pinter sensor. All right, cool. Release the genie. I'll release something. I'll release this segue to tell you all that you are more than welcome to hit the like button. You're also more than welcome to hit a button that's somewhere down there that says the word subscribe. And next to that, there is an icon that looks like a bell. If you click it, you get to pick and choose as to what level of spam that you receive from the channel. It's up to you. But you know what else is up to you. It's up to you to come back next time. You have no choice. You're coming back. I'll be back on Tuesday. But before then, let's keep going. Let's keep going. You thought I was ending the stream. I'm not ending the stream. I got you. I got you. Hey, look at that. There's a doom pile back here. Ba-doop, ba-doop. Get the camera into position. Make it do the thing that it's supposed to do. Hey, look, a duck. Yes, wobbly. You're not my real stepladder. My real stepladder's here. Right. I have picked the wrong shot. I need this one. This one. This one. It's not doing it. This one. There we are. Okay. Get yourself a zip tie. Put it on the bed. That just sounds like the start of a bad joke. Make the Z go down. Oh, this is going to take a while. Am I the only one that doesn't like Haribos? I swear I can't stand the things. I know that if I open them, I know it once I find them again. I know that if I get them, I'm just going to eat them all in a single sitting. Wow, this camera is so wobbly. I don't like the gummy stuff. This, oh my gosh, I'm just going to change to this one so it's hopefully less wobbly. No, that's even worse. Okay. 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 Let's read the instructions. And I'm going to kneel down. Oh, my knees. They're so crunchy. Nobody tells you get crunchy knees. Oh. Okay. Okay. Put the nozzle on the bed, put the probe onto the zip tie. Okay. Does that make sense? He is praying to the machine gods. This one, to spare this one from a fiery death. No? Why would I pray to save it from a fiery death? Just let me take it outside and then it can have a fiery death. Loosen the screw on the probe. I don't mind some gummy stuff. Swedish fish aren't bad, but Haribos are chewy, more chewy than gummy. Silicon bed mold. Yeah. Oh, silicon bed mod. What's the silicon bed mod? I'm not familiar with that one. So you then put the probe on the zip tie. and tighten it back down. Just make sure it stays on the zip tie. I've had American gummy bears that they were not great at all. They were hard. 8 of the bed screws are installed. 8 of them bed screws that you installed get silicone tubing on them between the bed and the bed carriage. Oh, so you soft mount the bed instead of hard mount it? What is that? Sorry. What does that achieve in this instance? Right. Pin to probe. Offset. Done. Okay. For the following steps, please prepare the mini sheet and the power brick. Okay. Well, you want me to connect the power supply now? The ones I got from Prusa were just tougher than I like my gummies. No, that's fair. That is fair. Ow. Ugh. Right. Power brick. Power brick. It's a Delta power brick. So does that mean I can't use it on the Prusa Mini? Because it says Delta. It says Delta. Looks good on for my Mark 3S. Okay. That's one to have a look at then, I guess. Okay. Plug the power brick into the Prusa Mini. Bloop. Take the power cable, run it off somewhere else, and release the magic smoke. Oop. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Right. That's the nozzle raised up a little bit, just in case. Place the PEI sheet onto the bed. Okay. Actually, I'm going to be a Doug. I'm not going to use a brand new sheet. I'm just going to use one that I've already got because I don't trust myself. Okay. Connect the Mini Plus power supply. Keep in mind the connector isn't symmetrical. Yep. Okay. Now, please read the 3D printing handbook, tailor-made for your printer. Follow the instructions on that set to print properly. Okay. So you're telling me to switch it on? Do I just read the handbook? What? 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 What am I supposed to do? What do I do? You first print, updating the firmware, preparing the flexible sheets, loading and unloading filament. Okay. So, where's the getting started part? Where's the getting started part? Hello? 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 Do I just switch it on? Do I just switch it on? I guess I just switch it on. Okay. Flick the switch. Magic smoke. Are we ready? Are we ready for the magic smoke? Well, huh. Well, that was uneventful. Bang. I speak English. Hi, this is your original Prusa Mini printer. I would like to guide you. You can't see the screen. Printer type mini. Print head. Yep. It's just a regular nozzle. Okay. No network interface. I can fix that. I can fix the no network interface. I'm just going to plug in this mysterious Ethernet cable that appeared out of nowhere. Retry. 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 Have I broken that cable? Okay. Run self-tests and calibrations now. Yes. Before you print, make sure the print sheet is installed on the heat bed. Yes. Run self-tests. It's on firmware 4.6 point something, yeah. Okay. It's doing fan tests. Ooh. I didn't trim those cable ties. Dip, 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 dip. Oh gosh. I need something to cut the cable ties with. Ah. Why won't it cut cable ties? Okay. Well, it failed on the X. Now it's passed on the X. It's because of the cable ties that I didn't trim. I'll trim them properly later. Ah, we've got a green tick on the Y. Question. Continue running calibration? Yes. Okay, the Pinder probe did work. Going up. Going down. Sorry. And we are green on Z. Nozzle heater check. Heat bed heater check. Oh. And if the heat bed works, then my title isn't clickbait. Okay, so the bed claims to be at 42 degrees already. And the nozzle is at 112. This is fun. So the question is, for the first print, does it need to be a printer block? I don't even think that's a question. I think that is, it has to be a printer block. Or do I follow the instructions and do the included print on the thumb drive? Oh, I love the smell of fresh electronics as they heat up. It's great. It's perfect for the lungs, you know? Okay. Well, it did it. It says the calibration, to calibrate with the currently loaded filament, please press next. To load filament, press load. Well, I guess I need to load some filament. I feel it's fitting that I have to use Prusa. So let's see, do I have an easy to find, preferably already open roll of Prusa plastic that is not PETG, because I don't want to use PETG. This is Prusa, and this is PLA. Prusa PLA. Orange. Nice and offensive for the eyes. Probably can't be picked up on camera very well. Spool holder. Thank you, spool holder. Load. PLA. Make sure the filament is inserted through the filament sensor. Press continue to load it to the extruder. Okay, grabbed it. What did you do to the blade on your desk? What do you mean? What blade on my desk? What blade? Was that a straight cut? Yes. I used a pair of things. What do you mean, what did I do to the blade on my desk? Did I do something wrong? More filament. It's purging. See? We got the stuff. The blue color says you overheated it, though. What do you mean? It's 205. It's fine. I loaded PLA. I picked PLA. What blade are you on about? Herzl, you're confusing me. Which blade have I overheated? Or are you just mocking me that I was using a snippy snip? Is it this thing? The blade cutter behind your spool. Oh, this one. Are you asking what I did to this? Yeah. That got... It did, yes. It did get hot. I heated it up to then squidge plastic. What else am I going to do with it? Am I not supposed to do that? Turn the knob to adjust the height. Check the pictures in the handbook for reference. Okay. I heated it up to I was trying to remove film plastic from the bed of the baby belt, but I had to heat it up to, because you can't scrape the baby belt because you'll just tear it. So I was having to heat it up to then pluck it out. Over extrusion, it was fine. Right. So introduction, loading filament, first layer. Once you start the first layer calibration, the printer will ask you whether the filament is loaded. Once it is, the printer will probe the bed using the bed mesh leveling routine. It will then start printing a zigzag pattern. The nozzle will be at the height defined by the super pin to probe settings. You must not by any means touch the printing surface. Sure. Oh. And again. the fun bit is, once we've built the printer, we have to do this again. And yeah, hey look, it moves. See? Magic. And it got warm. And it extruded. It's almost as if it's a 3D printer. Now it's going to move and extrude at the same time. It's going to be magical. All right. Way too high, I think. Yep, too high. Still too high. Ooh, get in there. Come on. A little bit closer. And closer. Next bit, you have to take it apart, and you can milk that for 2 or 3 more weeks. Oh, how dare you! No, I'm not taking it apart yet. The next Tuesday will be the start of Tinkercadding at this rate. Tuesday will be the start where we start to design parts for the PrusABlok printer. That's where it begins. Okay. This is what we've got. What do we think? I think we go again. Do you want to repeat the last step and readjust the distance between the nozzle and the heat bed? Yes. Clean the steel sheet. Definitely, because that is too far. Do you want to use the current value? Yes. Yeah, it definitely needs to be closer because there is gaps. Lots of gaps. It printed. Nice first and last print it will ever do. No, it's not going to be the last print it ever does. The first and last prints will be parts for the PrusABlok. This printer is going to print its own parts. This is RepRap. So really, it does need to be calibrated. Okay, we need reference parts printed in stock and print block version. Yes, of course. Of course, we will get a nice assortment of reference pieces. Do you know what I've not said on today's stream? I've not told you to have a drink. Have a drink. Go on. Refresh yourself. It's been a while. Have a drink. Non-alcoholic, because you know it's not that time of the evening. It's standard hydration o'clock. It's coffee time. Or juice. Or soda. Whatever your preferred tonic is. Have one of those. Let's go to minus 1.44. Nope. 1.45? 1.49. Getting there. I think this might be the right height. There's one way to find out, and that's to wait until it does the little first layer square. Come on. Ooh. Lights have turned off. Now, here's a piece of trivia for you. My lights turning off is a routine that I set up a while ago with my home automation that's actually telling me to go to bed. Because I'm bad at this. Okay, let's have a look. Doesn't look too dissimilar. It still looks a little bit too far. There's one way to find out. I've got a full chain. There are still gaps. That is not squidged together. So 1.505 is not close enough. Disobey the machine. So what, we're just going to override default settings? Do. We're going to get this first layer. We're going to do it. But I will say, if it's not in the next 20 minutes, 15 minutes, then I will be calling it and going to bed, because it is late for me. But you know, we're getting somewhere. We've got somewhere. We've achieved a good achievement. Whoop. So minus 1.5 is not close enough. So let's go a bit more. Milk it at least 2 more streams. There's more than 2 streams in this, as you know. Or do you mean 2 streams of calibrating the Prusa Mini? Come on. 2 more streams of calibration. Join us on Tuesday, where we'll be checking the squareness of the frame. Join us next Thursday, where we will be doing E-step calibration. We're not doing that. Is this now a good height? Come on. Please. I could have measured the thickness of the zip tie. That could have worked. I could have just measured the thickness of the zip tie. Okay. At the end there, I shuffled it to minus 1.6. I think minus 1.6. Let's go again. Because the first section is not joined, but the 1.6 is. I'm not eating the gummies yet, Josh. We will eat the gummies after we've got the first successful block. There you go. Gummies after block. Marshmallow now, not later. Right. Come on. Get the first layer. Hurry up. Hello. Welcome. This is a Prusa Mini. This Prusa Mini is going to be leading an interesting life. It will eventually be printing a bunch of PrusABlok that will be its new body. So come along for the excitement. Join us Tuesdays, 1 p.m. British Summertime, which is 1400 Central European Summertime, which is 7 a.m. US East Coast, or on a Thursday, 9:30 p.m. British Summertime, which is 10:30 p.m. Central European Summertime, or 4:30 US Eastern in the PM. You will see this poor printer printing its own demise. A little bit creepy, if you ask me. And I think this first layer is good. Minus 1.6. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Although annoyingly, this is calibrating to the label of smooth 1, not texture 1. So that's annoying. Oh well. Looks good to me. Yeah, that's not textury, bumpy as I run my nail across it. The layers are joined. The lines, sorry, not the layers. The lines are joined nicely and they don't separate. Well, apart from when I pull it too hard. No. Happy printing. Really? Is that it? Is that all you're making me do? Rob! Just in time. Oops, sorry. I get to print a whistle. That's going to take 15 minutes. Okay. I guess I'll print a whistle that will take 15 minutes. But I'll print it at, like, very fast print speed. I'm starting to think someone has the munchies. Same. Oh wait, tune. Network. Ethernet. Ooh. Don't mind me. I'm just adding it to Prusa Connect. This one. Why are you covering your Wi-Fi stuff? It's not my Wi-Fi stuff. It's the QR code to add it to Prusa Connect. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Yeah. I'm sorry, but you know, I'll set you guys up a printer. You can have a printer if you want to print stuff. We can do that so that you can control what gets printed on a stream one day. No, that's a little bit close, weirdly. All right. It's doing it. Well, yeah, of course it's dangerous. Come to find a bunch of ducks on the bed. I've already got a bunch of ducks on the bed. But we're printing now. We've done it. Which means Tuesday we can finally start PrusABlokifying the components. Ah, yeah, he probably did. But hey, good day to you, Rob. I guess. How you doing? Are you winning? That's all right then. Existing. Maybe. Do I have any Prusa whistles? I don't think I do. I say I will be ending the stream once this print finishes because I am done. I am tired. My lights have already told me to go to bed 15 minutes ago. So we'll finish this whistle and we'll wrap up while it's printing. Which means, I guess, yeah. I'm pleasantly surprised that this has worked. This is episode 5. So we've built the printer now, so we now have something to print the PrusABlok parts on. The pieces that I bought to do maintenance on my other Prusa Minis are the wrong thing. The pneumatic couplers. No, you don't spell my name right. There's no H. You're calling me Doe rather than Doug. But I guess Cragord hasn't corrected you, so I guess it's fine. That's kind of bread. It is a bread. And you never told me. Rude. No. Cragord never told you. You know what's funny? I'm actually falling asleep standing up. It's kind of bad. Oh well. This whistle needs to finish. Can we print it at 150% speed? Let's find out. How fast do you think we can make it? Make it go. How fast can we make it go? Think we could do 200%? Hmm. 175% so far. So far, so good. So next time it's Tinkercad time, yes. Yes, it is. We will start working out what we need to, well, how we're going to print a blockify things. Because we've got 4 years of lessons learned with PrusABlok printers behind us, quite literally. The Delta, the original Core XY, the big PrusABlok printer. It is currently 12:30, so midnight. 0021, if you want to be specific. We've been going for 2 hours, 50 minutes so far. We have achieved some fantastic points, like we've assembled the printer at this point. It is now printing. So starting from Tuesday, it is Tinkercad time. Ah, yeah. So you're East Coast. That's, well, hey, thank you for coming back to watch Spectra. Thank you. It is very much appreciated. Maybe I can learn something from you. Probably not. But we'll see how we get on. Why is it so mesmerizing watching it print? Just so calm, so relaxing. Okay, so we're finally bridging at the back of the whistle. Violent. It is very relaxing. Relaxing is currently the last thing I need. And there we go. That is one Joseph Prusa whistle, printed on the Prusa Mini in its stock configuration, with no hardware changes thus far. That doesn't look too bad. And it works. It does work. I'm happy with that. And do you know what else I'm happy with? There are currently 9 of you here and 8 likes. I'm happy with that. Like, I'm not doing an Aztec death whistle. I'm good for the time being. Maybe we can do that as the reference print for the Prusa Mini in its stock configuration and the Prusa Mini in its PrusABlok configuration. Maybe we can look at doing that. But hey, we know what we're doing on Tuesday at this point. It will be the start of Tinkercadding as we go through and design all the parts for the PrusABlok printer. Oh, sorry, for the PrusABlok, for the Prusa Mini PrusABlok printer. And so, on that note, once again, if you've enjoyed this stream, leave a comment, share it with somebody who you want to torture for currently 3 hours. Just leave them a nice little note with the playlist being like, this guy will help you fall asleep. Because hey, why not? We've done it. We've done the first part. We've done the easy part. So I should send you the link to yourself. Yeah, why not? We've done it, guys. We've done it. I sound so delirious. I'm delirious with joy. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all on Tuesday. Oh, I'm broken. I am so broken. Oh, done it though. The Mini is built. It's built. We can PrusABlokify it. Oh.